Okay, so it's been a week now since the operation. Tell us how you're feeling. We're going to go through the exercises that you're doing, how you're feeling you're progressing, and how you feel your body's doing, etc.
It's been a tough week because you just don't feel yourself. So yes, today was the first day that I really felt like I was back to being me. Before that, eating's been difficult. I felt sick quite a lot of the time. So that just makes you feel a bit, I guess, miserable and down, and it's that's been tough, but better now.
In terms of the actual recovery process of the leg itself, how's that gone?
Well, I haven't got anything to compare it to, but generally the pain is minor, doesn't hurt a lot. The most painful thing is going to the toilet and trying to sit down on the toilet, strangely enough. So that's very painful. But other than that, actually pretty good.
Okay, and in terms of movement of the leg, how's that gone?
So I've been walking quite a bit. It's difficult because the weather has been rubbish and it's been lots of rain. But I started off by walking around. There's a little green outside our house, so I did a couple of laps of that. And then the last couple of days we drove down to the park and walked round the park to the coffee shop, had a coffee and walked back up to the car.
Yeah, there is actually a video of that up online now.
Okay, so I've been doing that. And I think that actually feels quite good. I feel like I'm walking reasonably well. I'm trying to walk through my foot as they told me to, so I'm walking properly rather than just leaning on the crutches. So that's been good. And I've been doing my exercises, which I can do, and they're good, but you do feel it's quite frustrating because you don't feel whether you're making that much progress. But I'm guessing I am, but it's difficult to tell.
So now we're going to go through the exercises. Are there any notes that you'd sort of preface the exercises with, or you just want to run through them?
No, the only thing is they say to do them, and you just have to keep on doing them. They're not very extensive to begin with, but just keep doing them because that's what they say makes the difference.
Okay, so now to the first exercise. What's that one?
The first exercise is marching of a sort.
Okay, you can clearly see a difference between one leg and the other.
Yeah.
It's your left leg that's been done. And I'd say you're lifting it up 8 inches plus. There's a slight wobble at the top. Do you feel the wobble? That's a knee wobble more than anything. And how many did you do?
10.
Okay, the next exercise is?
Rising and squatting.
So you raise yourself on your toes and squat as low as possible, or?
Yeah. She didn't put any limits on it, but then I'm guessing she doesn't expect you to be able to go that far anyway. So.
Can you stand with your feet about shoulder width apart? Is that it? And again, your knee is collapsing in slightly on that one, so I assume that is what happened prior to your operation, not the operation thing, is it?
I don't know. I'll have to look back on some of our videos and see.
And the third?
I'm going to spin my leg backwards and forwards without using my body. So I'm trying to keep my body straight and then just using my leg.
Okay, there's a slight movement forward from the shoulder. You're trying to keep that absolutely still, I assume. Quite difficult because obviously that's exactly, you're swinging where the operation has gone through, where the cut is. You're trying to keep that sort of bent, if you like, or bending it as much as possible, aren't you? And this is the fourth, the final exercise.
Yes, swinging, well, moving.
Are there any specific instructions she gave you for this one?
No.
Do you feel there's a difference between when you started doing this and now in terms of the range of motion you can achieve?
It's really hard to tell when you're doing it yourself, but I think there must be. But it still feels like it's not very much. You know, if you compare to your good leg to your bad leg, it feels like you're not doing much. But I think it must have improved since I started.
Okay, so that's the exercise regime.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to say to anyone who's contemplating or actually got booked this operation?
Don't contemplate it.
Yeah, just do it. Just go ahead and do it.
Well, no, I mean, I would say I was so determined beforehand, this is definitely what I want to do it. The first few days afterwards, I did question that, even though I knew how bad my hip was and the specialist had said. So don't be put off. It does, that first week is really tough, but once you hit over the week, it does feel like I've sort of turned a corner. Just as I say, simple things like feeling normal, being able to sit down and eat a meal. You'll definitely need your grabby stick so you can get dressed. These things are really difficult, but they do get easier. And I sort of can see now that it will get better, but that first week was tough, so don't be put off.
And any Christmas message to YouTubers out there?
Well, have a lovely Christmas, have an extra dance for me, because I don't think I'll be dancing quite yet, and enjoy your Christmas lunch.